Well, thanks for coming tonight. I'm really excited to be here, and I met Shirley about a year ago, and I was really intrigued by her story. I think it was just by chance. I think things sometimes in life happen for a reason, and I think just life just puts you together. One of the things, before I get started, I wanted to point out, before I introduce Shirley, there's a lot of important things happening in terms of our veteran community. And one of the things that we're working on in San Diego, Orange County, and Los Angeles is the Community Blueprint. I don't know if anybody's heard it. It's a White House initiative, and what exactly that entails, it's an umbrella, if you will. There's a lot of organizations out there that are helping vets, as Simon knows, and most of the veterans in the room have you understand the transition when we got out. It's a hard time trying to find all that information. So what this blueprint does is actually maps out and helps navigate through that system, if you will. So it's under this umbrella here in San Diego, we have the San Diego Veteran Coalition and also Reboot. Reboot's overseeing that here in San Diego. Orange County, they have One OC and Veterans First. And in Los Angeles, they also have the Community Blueprint as well. I'm not sure of the organizations. And I'm actually working in Orange County these days. That's why it took me a little while to get out here. But under this blueprint, we're addressing things like healthcare, behavioral health, volunteerism, veterans, military families, and not just veterans, military families. You can't forget the spouse, right? The spouse and the children's children go through just as much as the veterans because they're traveling quite a bit as well. And when the veteran transitions out, the children suffer sometimes too, and that going back to a new school, or maybe, hopefully not, but sometimes losing their mother or father. So that's something that we are addressing as well. And then also transition for the spouse and finding a job. So this Community Blueprint is really just the community engaging and working together. So if you want to learn more and how you can get involved, or even some of the organizations, you can talk to me afterwards. The Entrepreneur Bootcamp for Veterans is really important. It helps not just veterans, but I'm focusing, of course, on Native American veterans to start their business. Absolutely no cost to veterans. And the SBA here is good as well. And as I mentioned, there's, I think, to Sherry about a Native American program, and you could probably help me out with this. I think there's something called E200. Okay, for Native, and this is something new to me. And there's actually a program in Fresno, where I'm from, and I'd never heard of it. And Santa Ana, there's only 2 regions.
The national office selects based on Indian population, and the Santa Ana office has handled it for the last 3 years.
Okay. And I think that's a great program. And so once, of course, you get that education and training, you want to come to our AICC PTAC to get a lot of the insights on how to become certified. You know, it's kind of funny is that I thought, because I was a woman, I'm automatically certified. I learned the hard way I wasn't. I didn't learn how to get certified. And another thing I'd like to mention is the Conservation Services Group, which works a lot with SDG&E. They won the Green Academy grant, if I'm saying that correctly. There's Green Academy classes, and these classes are typically over $100 or more. And to get a certification, you can either get them at no cost at a scholarship level, or you can get them for $15 a class. And their introduction to energy efficiency, solar, wind, solar thermal, and this is really neat because this is a grant through SDG&E, and it's actually at either no cost, depending on your situation, or $15. And I think it's great when you're going to an employer and saying, look at the certificate, this class, and it's all online, so it's very flexible. And that's about all I have to say in terms of the new news and that's happening in the veteran world. And want to introduce Shirley Murphy. We sat at the American Indian Chamber Christmas event, and we're sitting there, and actually it was really nice. It was a country club, wasn't it? It was something fancy. I had to remember where my fork went and stuff. So I met Shirley, and I don't know how we got on the topic, but I mentioned something about, I think I even mentioned I had to remember where I had to use my fork, and I said they taught this stuff in the Navy, but I forgot. And she said, I was in the Navy. And I said, really? Oh, well, when? And we got into talking. And then I mentioned I played European League basketball for like a little over a year. I played basketball. So we had a lot. I mean, it was just like, my husband was there, we didn't talk all night. I talked to Shirley. But and she just, she took my attention away, and I just thought, how neat. I'm a Native American woman and veteran, and I just don't meet a lot of Native American women veterans, and to have this beautiful woman sit next to me at dinner, it just really gave me goosebumps, and it's giving me goosebumps now when I'm talking about her. And then I got to hear more about her through Sherry, and then I read her bio, and I was like, wow, she's really amazing. And so I told folks here at the museum how amazing she is, and just a little bit that I do know about her, which you're going to hear more. She's going to talk to you. They want to do a story of her here, and hopefully we'll get this story posted. And actually, the museum is asking for any more Native American veterans. They'd like to do more stories. So I guess there's a shortage of that. We need that actually. And but here's Shirley's bio, and I'll let her tell your story. I'll let you tell your story. Shirley Murphy is an enrolled member of the Oglala Lakota tribe, Pine Ridge, South Dakota, an 11-year U.S. Navy veteran. She's married to Hank Murphy from Akumue, and they've lived together in Squan Reservation in San Diego for the past 36 years. Mr. and Mrs. Murphy are proud of their 3 sons, Christopher, Stephen, and Robert Murphy. Shirley has earned a Bachelor of Science in Linguistics, I need that, and a Master of Science in Counseling Psychology, MA in Cultural Psychology, and this is coming, it looks here that you're currently enrolled in a PhD candidate for Cultural Psychology. Shirley is the president and founder of Test Consulting Company, a company that she founded to conduct research and development and preservation of indigenous tribes' knowledge and application to educational curriculum and career counseling, community development, and life coaching practice. For more than 35 years, Shirley has demonstrated her commitment and strong advocacy for equality in healthcare, education, and cultural sovereignty through her language and retention, renewal, and maintenance for all Native American Indian peoples. Ms. Murphy is currently serving the community on the Grossmont Healthcare District Board, and one of the things I noticed here that she was awarded the Distinguished Educator of the Year Award during the 28th Annual California Conference on American Education, recently, correct? And that was just recently? Oh, recently enough. So, here's Shirley Murphy.